Searching R.S.I. Galactic Guide for Torinese System. Please wait. Torinese System, found.
The rocky heart of the frontier. Taranis is best known as one of the systems of Killer's Run, and it allows transport crews a way to avoid transit through the pirate warrens of the Nexus system. It's a questionable bargain, though. Taranis is free of all the most brazen pirates for a good reason, a pair of extremely dense asteroid belts that must be traversed to travel from one jump point to another. The asteroid and lunar debris fields of the Torinese system have proven an early graveyard for many pilots who did not have the skill to negotiate such hazards. Taranis itself is an A-type main sequence star, blue-white in appearance. It was discovered in 2401 by the famed Dune survey ship Mythic Horizon. Taranis' discovery was routine, done almost in passing. The system was considered non-viable at the time, with only a single high-risk candidate for terraforming. Further, the star's location offered no visible strategic advantage at the time and the raw resources were rated as low to middling. The system's initial exploration was the site of a minor tragedy. One of Mythic Horizon's survey boats was lost with all hands in a meteor strike. A plaque located near the landing zone on Torinese III eulogizes them as noble sacrifices to mankind's expansion. Taranis has also recently entered the popular culture because of its role in original systems Arena Commander. The Broken Moon of Taranis map is one of two included in the massively popular simulator's public demo. The setting pits players against one another in the debris field near Torinese II. Hornet, Aurora and 300i pilots dodge both flying rocks and massive pulsating terraformers as they fight it out in an ultra-realistic battle royale. The choice of Taranis in Arena Commander has even led to increased, and very dangerous, tourism in the system, as self-titled arena nuts travel from far and wide to have their holographs taken in front of the lunar remnants. Torinese I. The first planet in the Torinese system is a typical sun-kissed inner dwarf, too hot for human settlement, totally lacking in atmosphere and largely devoid of minerals or other interesting resources. The planetoid was the source of an unusual incident in the mid-25th century. A review of the initial survey data, radar scanning, interferometry and long-range imaging, produced an image with what looked distinctly like a human face superimposed on the planet's North Polar region. The so-called face of Taranis was a brief cultural craze on Earth and ultimately inspired a privately funded expedition to the world to confirm that the picture was simply a mountain range photographed from an unusual position. Conspiracy theorists continue to insist that the government is covering up evidence of an alien civilization living there, despite the ready proof that sentient species exist throughout the galaxy today. Torinese II and Asteroid Belt. Now best known as the site of the Broken Moon, Torinese II was, like so many other planets, a victim of the gung-ho terraforming craze of the Mesa era. A coreless world just inside the system's green band, Torinese II was initially classified as a poor choice for terraformation and colonization. But with a government more concerned with weekend than we should, Taranis became one of dozens of worlds to be wrecked by a terraforming blunder. In this case, the issue was laid squarely at the foot of Crabsos Incorporated, the cheap geo-development outfit assigned to process the world. Standard operating procedure at the time for terraforming a coreless planet was to harness the energy in orbiting moons. In the case of Torinese II, substandard parts and near slave labor meant that Crabsos managed to crack the mantle of Taranis' small moon, splitting it into a million dangerous chunks. In addition to a deadly debris field that will continue to strike the planet for hundreds of years, the process superignited the terraforming machinery in orbit. Several of the stacks continue to burn unabated to this day, further rendering the surface of the planet worthless slag. Beyond Torinese II and its former moon is an extremely dense asteroid belt which must be traversed to pass the system. While it is a hazard to navigation, the first Torinese belt is not particularly mineral-rich and very few mining claims have ever been placed on it. The best of the best smugglers consider it to be a good place to hide, and the occasional top-level pirate will set up an ambush point in the belt, but even these types frequently find themselves the victim of rock strikes. Torinese III and Asteroid Belt. Torinese III is a smoggy, stormy world located on the edge of the system's habitable zone. The planet's constant storms are the origin of the system's name, Taranis, Celtic god of thunder. The planet lacks a human-breathable atmosphere, but has nonetheless become the site of human settlement. Betha Research Station, established in 2436 to study weather control techniques, has organically expanded over the centuries to become a full-fledged settlement of Tivaran refugees and human expats. The initial corporate owners are long gone, and Betha is now rumored to be in the control of a syndicate or similar quasi-organization, although they keep their activities obscured from visitors. The second Torinese belt is located past Torinese III. It is similar to the inner belt, but less dense with a number of safe approach vectors, to the point of making transit to Torinese III slightly less dangerous than crossing the system. In 2930, the Bengal-class carrier Indomitable famously suffered extensive damage trying to move through second Taranis in pursuit of a pirate Q-ship. Torinese IV. Torinese IV is a mid-size gas giant consisting of hydrogen and helium. It is located within spitting distance of one of the system's jump points and is an occasional stopover for ships equipped to refine their own fuel. Such stopovers are few and far between, though. It is rare that anyone would have arrived in the Torinese system without adequate fuel in the first place, and beyond this it is entirely unremarkable. No orbiting station has ever been established.
You have reached the end of this entry from the Galactic Guide. Have a nice day, Star Citizen.